Aloha! I hope that you are enjoying yourselves tonight. I am Tiffany Tyson, the author of A New You Forgiveness Journal. A New You is full of entries of voices who are exploring forgiveness. It is divided into 7 sections: mom, dad, friend, church, partner, self, disease, and disease. Yes, it is full of entries, but there is space for yours. So if you are in the process of forgiveness or know someone who is, go to my website at www.missanewyou.com.
Hello, I am Lily Mae, creator of the Ambitious brand.
And I'm Erica Lawrence, founder of Bodies in Motion Wellness, and we have created a dynamic 40-day experience for the woman of faith who is ready to reach the next level that God has for her.
Yes, indeed. This 6-week program includes scripture-based guidance, group accountability, morning motivational calls, and just a unique community of sisters in Christ so that we can elevate ourselves to the level that God has called us to in our personal life, our professional life, and of course, spiritually.
We are so excited to join with an intimate group of dynamic women of faith so that we can hold each other accountable and develop the strategy that we need to reach the next level. So if this sounds like you, visit 40daybloom.com to find out more about the program.
Aloha.
How are you?
This is the perfect night. I am super excited. Thank you for always having me and being so hospitable. Of course, like you said, my name is Angie. I am the creator of Foxy Red Productions. I'm a writer, a creative writer, and a host. And we are here tonight just to mellow out, have some good time and network. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this.
Yay. Thank you so much for joining us. So Angie's going to be moderating our chat this evening titled Finding Peace in the Midst of Chaos. That's going to be good. And now we're going to invite our other co-moderator on stage, Miss J. Let's see, I'm going to bring you to the stage.
Ooh.
Yes. Welcome.
Aloha.
Hey.
Yep.
Aloha.
Listen, y'all, I forgot my leg upstairs, but I will grab that during a quick, brief break. I was running up and down the steps trying to be mom. As y'all know, we have to juggle that sometimes. So I will go get my lay as soon as we jump back off here for a second.
No worries. So I did want to introduce Jay. So she actually used to be a Bodies in Motion instructor. She taught twerk, fitness. We had lots and lots of fun with her, 2018 and 2019. So for 2 years, she was committed to helping us. And I'm so grateful that you have come back and joined us for Ladies Night Out. How are you, love?
Yes, I'm so good. Thank you again, Erica. Like Angie said, so hospitable, just big heart, big vibes always. Love Ladies Night. So no matter if we're in person or virtual, I know it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm super excited to bring that energy. And I'm here ready to luau it out, talk about some things, and get with these ladies. So I'm excited.
Yes, so Jay is actually moderating our vaginal health chat. We have 2 OBGYNs that will be joining us this evening. Ladies, it's warming up. We know that means some changes in our bodies.
Yeah, moving around. Yep. So.
So
and if I can just give her a quick shameless plug, like She be on it with the twerk classes, with keeping everybody motivated, with dance fitness. She has done a wonderful job. And I can't wait to see you two collaborate once again. Like both of
Yes.
y'all energy is insane. So I'm excited to be a part of this. And like the energy that y'all, especially you, Jay, when you get out there and start dancing on that floor. That's why I'm like, when is Erica gonna heal? When is E gonna heal? I'm so excited to see
Yes,
you back.
like
And
I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on
exactly.
it.
You know, I agree with you so much. There's so many countless videos I have of Erica and I just dancing in the
tearing
studio,
it up.
doing what we do best, you know, and just always thankful for her to allow that space, even in the real life. So right now, like that's important. So I'm super excited for that. And to talk about good issues too, while we do talk about moving around and dancing and vaginal health and how to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm so excited to have you ladies. I do want to shout out those who are in the audience and joining us from home. We have Miss Tiffany Tyson. We have Shay Cherie, Shayla, another Bodies in Motion sister. Angelita, who is one of our speakers for tonight, is already in the building. Jorday Hood is in the building, and Papa Smurf said, Jay, that's my little sister. So you have some support in the audience.
Okay, yes.
Alrighty, so I am going to do a quick giveaway before we roll into the program. I want to send someone some lunch money. So the person who can put in the chat what year was Bodies in Motion founded, and you have to have Cash App because that's all I have. If you put what year Bodies in Motion was founded, you will win some lunch money today. So if you're in the audience, put what year Bodies in Motion was founded. I'll give you 20 seconds to get your answer in.
That's a good question.
All right, no one gave us an answer. Wow. For those who don't know, Bodies in Motion was founded in March 2018. I got the vision to help women who wanted to lose weight, wanted to exercise, but did not want to spend hours in the gym, wanted a fun alternative. Oh, Shayla came in after the buzzer, 2018. I'll give it to you anyway. Go ahead and post your Cash App, and I will send you some lunch money. Let me write that down. Alrighty, so I did want to have a quick prayer before we get started. As you all know, spirituality is an element of Bodies in Motion that I've always incorporated, but now God is telling me, hey, I want to be at the forefront of your business. I want to be the CEO, the president, and all of the above. So I did want to start with a quick prayer.
Okay.
Alrighty, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to come on and to connect with each other. I pray that whoever is supposed to receive the messages from our speakers, that they receive it, and that everyone is truly blessed when they step away from this event. I ask for all of these things in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. Alrighty. So first up on the itinerary, we do have our mixology class, cocktails for those who are drinking, mocktails for those who are not. But before we get into that, I do want to play our vendor commercial again. And we also have her live joining us. So after I play her commercial, I'll have Miss Tiffany come on live with us. And then we'll head to Jasmine with the mixology class.
Aloha! I hope that you are enjoying yourselves tonight. I am Tiffany Tyson, the author of A New You Forgiveness Journal. A New You is full of entries of voices who are exploring forgiveness.
Life didn't really give me the opportunity to express and release things the way I want to release it, because sometimes I can be extra, and sometimes I just want to like get it out, and even it could come off offensive, but it helps me a little bit. It helps me a lot. So I think that's one of the things that really helped me. I end up just releasing in the way I released was just like, it would be great if other people could find those different ways to release and know that it's okay to release in those different type of ways. And then I would look back and read them and I'm like, yo, that's really helpful for me today, and something that I read like a while ago. So what I did was just made a journal full of different entries of various people or various voices releasing different things, from mother, father, partner, friends, church, self, dis-ease and disease. So those are like kind of a two spelled the same way, but dis-ease is more like cancer, and dis-ease is something that makes you uneasy, like anxiety. So it's just, we're talking to those specific things or those specific people and just releasing, and just helps with the process of forgiveness.
Well, thank you so much. We all could use a little forgiveness for ourselves and forgiveness for others in our
Yes.
lives. So thank you so much for sharing your gift with us. And I'll leave you in the room if you want to hang out.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jazz, owner of Call on Jazz. And at Call on Jazz, I do quite a few things. I'm sort of like the one-stop shop. I help people declutter their space through organizing. So I help people get rid of their junk. I also do event planning and event decorating, and I also do mobile bartending. So today, I'm going to be Jazz the bartender, or I like to call it the mixologist. So I'm Jazz the mixologist. So what we need to make this drink is the Luau Breeze. That's the name of it. So you need your cup that Erica sent to us. You need Malibu rum. But if you're making the mocktail, then you can just use the cream of coconut. You can use cream of coconut, pineapple juice, cranberry juice, and pineapples. So what we're going to do first is you want to take your pineapples, because I already have some crushed up cut pineapples in here. So I'm going to put these pineapples in a glass, well, in my pineapple cup. So let's put that in there. And I have a muddler, but if you don't have a muddler, you can use a spoon and sort of just smash your pineapples right in there, right in your glass or your pineapple. I keep calling it a glass, but it's a pineapple cup. Let me just slide that in there. So I just muddled those pineapples in there. Now, if you're making the mocktail, you want to just take maybe 2 or 3 dabs of the coconut cream and just smash it in there, and just, you can mix it up if you want to. But if you are making the cocktail, then you want to take your Malibu rum. If you have the mini bottle, you could just pour the entire mini bottle in there. Or you can, if you have a big bottle, you want to just do 2 ounces. 2 ounces of your rum. I'm going to pour that in there. I think that was like 1.5 ounces. And one more. Okay. And now you want to add your ice to your cup. Or you can actually add the ice first. And we're going to do, after your ice, we're going to add 2 ounces of pineapple juice. So I want to shake it up first so it can be nice and blended. We'll do 2 ounces of pineapple juice. All right. And now we're going to add 2 ounces of cranberry. I think I may have put a little bit too much ice in my cup, but that's all right. And now we are going to stir. Now with the coconut cream, if you're making the mocktail, you want to shake that or even stir it really, really good, because the coconut cream is thick. So you could just stir it if you have a spoon, or you could even use your straw and stir it up like this. Now we're going to get our pineapple top. We're going to put that on our cup. Real easy. Get our beautiful straw. Slide it in there and take a sip. I hope you ladies like that, because it's good to me.
Cheers. We are going to get into our first panel. Oh, you have your drink too? Cheers. Yes. I just love y'all. So we're going to get into our first panel discussion for the evening. We have two dynamic women of color, OBGYNs. I'm so excited.
Yes.
I was able to get
Thank you.
Their representation matters. It is so important to see a woman who looks like you when you are discussing sensitive topics such as vaginal health. So I'm so excited that we've been able to get these two dynamic speakers in the room, in the virtual room tonight. So I am going to welcome them to the stage, and I'm going to leave them on stage with their moderator, who is Miss J. So Angie, peace out, sis. All right, so we're going to start with Dr. Lakeisha and give her the opportunity to introduce herself.
Hi. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I am loving everything about this. Okay. I mean, I'm feeling a little left out because I don't have my leg. I was like rushing from the office. I was like, let me make sure I'm here. So I'm just so excited to be here. I'm really excited. This is very awesome. Erica, I'm so excited for you and having this space for women and having this virtual luau. I'm so glad you pressed forward. I know we talked about this a little bit before. I'm so excited for you.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. I know you are a busy lady. You are an author and a speaker. And so I'm so happy that we could get on your schedule. So welcome.
Thank you. My pleasure. I'm honored to be here this evening.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to add the lovely Dr. Shavelta to the conversation as well.
Wait, my flower's falling.
Hey.
Oh, wait. We got it. My daughter's like going to put a little pin in it. It started falling down as soon as she said you were calling me in.
Oh, it looks great. Yes. Hey, twin.
Okay, I got it. I'm trying to be in the luau spirit.
Yes, aloha, welcome.
Hi, Dr. Lakeisha.
Hi,
Dr.
Shavelta.
Bye.
Awesome. So I'm going to introduce you two ladies. I know we've met. I want to introduce you to the moderator for the evening. She was one of our fitness instructors. So she's around a lot of sweaty women. Yes. And she smelled a lot of sweaty things. And so I thought it would be great to have her lead the conversation tonight. So I'm going to peace out and enjoy.
Okay. Yes. Well, welcome, ladies, to our virtual luau with Bodies in Motion Wellness. We are so excited to have you. Like Erica mentioned off the top, we are so grateful for your representation in this business as OBGYNs, as we do talk about sensitive things, because we've all been there and it's still like a sensitive topic, but we got to talk about it. So I'm super excited to be able to sit here with you and talk about it. So I do dance fitness right now, and we get it sweaty and we get to moving in there. And we sweat in places that we thought we shouldn't be sweating, and it is. So it's almost, we have some questions about how that looks, what transitions we can make, and about health. But first, would you both mind just giving us an introduction about yourselves? Dr. Lakeisha, right?
Yes. Hi, ladies. Oh, this is awesome, as I was saying. And hi, sis, Dr. Shavelta. We'll be running some of the same circles. So it's so good to see you, like virtually, on the screen. So ladies, I'm Dr. Lakeisha. I'm an integrative gynecologist, hormone specialist, speaker, and best-selling author. And I help ambitious women like you who may be struggling with depleting hormones. Get your hormones balanced, regain mental sharpness, have energy to last all day long, and remember just how beautiful and vital you are. Through my concierge practice, my speaking circuit, and my Amazon best-selling book, You Can Be a Hormone Hottie. So I am just so excited to be here today. And, we're going to have these awkward conversations, but we're going to make them less awkward and more normal and make them normal. Right, Dr. Shavelta? I know this is my sister, so she's going to be with me on this journey.
Yes, especially since I'm going through it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my turn.
Yes.
I'm Dr. Shavelta. So I'm a board certified obstetrician and gynecologist. I've been practicing for over 14 years now, almost 15 years now as an
Wow.
OBGYN attending. And I am also an author, a speaker, a marriage strategist with my husband. We talk a lot about sexual intimacy to our married couples, and we've actually been doing a lot of intimacy building lectures and sessions with singles as well, helping them just to be ready for marriage. And finally, I'm also a pastor. So I have a lot of things that I do.
Yes.
I love helping individuals, but specifically also women, to really recognize their values so that they can access more, desire more, and ultimately to accomplish more. So I'm so happy to be here today.
Oh, well, thank you. You guys are rocking it. So many hats you're wearing, and we're just so grateful for everything you're putting out to us. So make sure we all tap into everything you guys are doing. Awesome. So if you're ready, I want to ask you guys some questions if you're cool. So let's go ahead and into this. Let's talk about fresh scent and what that is to each individual, right? What does that look like? And what are vagina odors and how do we address them? And when is it necessary to address them?
Oh, that's a great conversation and a great way to start. So I know that when I address my patients, I tell them, that everybody's different. I mean, you'll have someone that as soon as they start puberty or as soon as they start their cycles, because their hormones are changing, because they're eating differently. So we can even talk about that, what we put inside our bodies, how that shows up.
Yes.
That's a big part of it. But I usually say that some people actually have their own type of scent that they can be attuned to. And if that changes and they feel that others can now smell that, let's just be real, it's all ladies, right? We're just feel, right? Then that can be your first signal that there's an issue. Okay, right, Dr. Shavelta. So,
yes,
I usually say that all odors are not bad odors. I mean, because we know that there's that odor of sensuality too.
Yes.
When that odor also is accompanied by irritation, that's a problem.
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Lakeisha is right on it. I mean, everything she said is what I was going to say as well. So I'm in total agreement. It is all about what she said, which is making sure that you are aware of your scent. And that's the thing, because women don't understand you're going to have a scent because it's based on your hormones and where you are in your cycle. So you just need to be aware of your scent so that, like she said, if something smells different, then okay, I need to get attention to that. And sometimes, guys, it's going to be as simple as when your period is coming, you may notice a shift, right?
Okay.
So sometimes you just need to be in tune with where you are in your cycle, so you can get a shift in scent during your period. Absolutely, you get a shift in scent after the period because that bleeding, it's going to change, that pH balance, right, Dr. Lakeisha?
That's right. And I mean, there's some women that actually that are really, really attuned and sensitive to that smell. Like they smell and they're just like, oh my gosh, what is that? Because they've stopped their period and they're like, wait, why do I still smell something? Well, that's kind of the end of it, and your body getting back to a different pH balance.
Yes. And so you don't need to do anything about that. Like Dr. Lakeisha just said, your body getting back to the pH balance. Like Dr. Lakeisha and I, as gynecologists, this is what we see. Y'all come in talking about, oh, I did this and I douched and I did this. I put a pearl up in there because sometimes you don't need to do anything. Like she said, the body, when God made this body, he made it to be able to self-clean. And that's why you get discharge sometimes, right? If your discharge is itchy, burny, something like that, okay, that's not a normal discharge. But a lot of times that white regular non-odorous discharge that you
Mhm.
notice you have around the same time every month,
Mhm.
that's that vagina cleaning itself
Right.
and doing what it needs to do.
So while it's doing what it needs to do, doctors, thank you for both of your information. So I'm just going to try to summarize what I got out of that. That basically the smell is becoming before, right, or after you get your period. So maybe it's wise to like actually like write it out or time it out so you know
Absolutely.
during that time. So you're not like surprising yourself or just like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like I'm about to get my period for that, understanding that, right? That there's a shift, like a shift in scent, or also noticing like there are different scents and not all of them are bad. So when I think we think about fitness, like there's definitely that sweaty scent and we all can smell it. So is that also a bad scent because you are working and now we have this warm, dark place kind of is a way to describe it, and we're working hard. You know,
Yes. I mean,
trainers,
your body is detoxifying. You know, as you work out, you're detoxifying. Skin is the largest organ, and so we're sweating out. You know, here, our hair, our I mean, you know, like I said, ladies here, right? I mean, everywhere. And so we have little glands all over our body that are there to help us to detoxify.
Okay.
So,
and that's coming out as our own personal, right? When you're sweating. So that's where you're able to smell.
Yes.
Since when you're working out in the room with other people.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So I think another thing, if we can jump into that, is how are hormones affecting us with that and how to manage it when we are talking about the shift in hormones. I mean, the shift in scent, the shift in how I'm feeling when it's time for this, like.
Oh my goodness. So I hear this all the time, you know, especially with my perimenopausal, menopausal, my more mature ladies, you know. Those
You walking up there now. Come on.
All right. And so because your hormones have changed and because your levels are not where they used to be, because, okay, so your cycle. So I have a course, and in the very first module I talk about is the count correct. And what that is that are you counting your cycle correctly? So let's make sure you do the count correctly first before we can know if there's any deviation from that. So when you get that basis first, and then you start saying, oh, wait a minute. Okay, you start counting out and you see where you are, and you can start telling that things are starting to shift. Now, when you get to the other side, when we start having the talk 2.0 and we go to the other PMS, okay, when we talk about perimenopause and menopause, then we're talking about how the vaginal mucosa literally changes because you don't have those hormones anymore at the levels where they used to be. And so because of that, the health, the tissue changes, and that can change the scent as well. I actually have more women that come to me that say they don't have that scent anymore because the vaginal mucosa has changed. The actual tissue of the vagina has changed. They also come because they're actually in pain. Most of them are having painful intercourse because they don't have the lubrication anymore. They don't have that discharge. And so now we're on this other side where we've got to figure that piece out.
Okay.
How hormones can fit into this. It can fit into the comfort or discomfort. It can also fit into you start having discharge versus not having it, which is what Dr. Chevelta and I would call physiological discharge. And that then plays that role into us moving to this other side of the coin, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Chevelta, did you have anything to add on to that as far as how hormones are and how they're changing for us?
No, I think Dr. Lakeisha hit it on the head. And see, that's her wheelhouse. That is her wheelhouse. She is a menopause guru. So that's her wheelhouse. And I have nothing to add to that. All I can say to it is hallelujah. Yes.
Okay. I agree. Well, maybe you can lead us into this next question of as how we age and how do we progress? How do we put a positive image on things that are changing and being able to embrace it, right? I know that you said you work with women and then relationships, and Marriages as well. That's a part of still knowing yourself and being accepting of what's going on and what's changing. So what do you think we can do to make a fresh perspective on how we're aging through life and how we look at vaginal health?
Oh, that's Dr. Chevelta's wheelhouse.
Yes, come on and bring it home.
Relationships. Because this is so interesting how we do need to have this conversation, because it does affect not just yourself, but those that are in your sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I am really big on embracing who we are as women. And I think that that's where it starts. Because, throughout history, there's been a lot of, I'm just going to say it, vagina shaming is what they call it, like, so women have grown up feeling like something's wrong with us because of that, specific private area. We've not learned how to embrace it. That's why every time we smell something different, we are so overly concerned with it. So much so that, there's just so much that we're doing to it that we don't need to do to it.
Yeah,
so I think first just embracing it and understanding that the way it looks, okay, that's a whole nother thing, is the way it's supposed to look, right?
Okay.
Because some of us have issues with it because of what somebody else told us about it, right? Who was usually the opposite sex.
Oh, Dr. Chevelta, ouch, stepping on some toes.
Wait, let's put a pin in that for a second.
Ouch, stepping on some toes.
Take this out.
Stepping on some toes, Dr. Chevelta.
So embracing for sure, right? Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, let me put this up because I was getting a delay. It's so true though. So because of what other people, usually men, have defined for you in your private areas what looks normal or really what looks good, right? Mm-hmm. And they're usually comparing it to somebody else's stuff that they saw that they don't realize is normal. And so what happens for us as women, we start to get a complex about our down below. So I think the first thing is understanding that our down below is a part of us, right? We don't separate it from who we are as women. We recognize it is a part of us. And because it is a part of us and God made all of us, right? Yes. All of us he made. Then we start to learn how to embrace that specific part of our bodies. And then when you embrace something, you can go the distance of the journey with it. Yes. So then as it changes, as it goes through the menopausal changes and the premenopausal changes that Dr. Lakeisha was, then you'll embrace that because you'll be like, okay, we should be changing, right? It's not, oh my God, what's going on down there? It's we're changing. You recognize it's a part of me. I'm changing. Okay. When you're pregnant and it changes, okay, we're changing. And then you just
Angelita said truth. Yes.
Yeah, and you just adjust with it. So that's what I want to see ladies doing, Dr. Lakeisha, what you think?
Absolutely. I want these conversations to be normalized. Yes. I say, let's take the boogeyman, let's take the whispers away, let's shine that light on it. Yes. It takes the shame away from it. Right. Yes. Able to have these conversations together and then with our partners, because there was a study I read that showed that having this conversation, especially when you're talking about perimenopause and menopause and how things are changing, it doesn't feel the same because your skin even feels different. And so the stimuli input feels different. So his hand may not feel the same when it rubs up against your leg. Yeah. It's so rough and not that sensual anymore. And having conversations actually help you to glide and not slam into that second stage of life. And so we need to have these more and more, have them in these group sessions like this, have them with our sister friends, and then being able to have it with our doctors so that we know what is best for us.
Yes. Right. Speaking of getting in touch with your doctor, and we do have one more question. Someone in the audience wanted to know, can there be a change in your pH after stopping birth control? Like the change in the scent can there be a change in the pH after stopping?
I'm not that familiar with that. Not that I know of.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so the normal pH balance of the vagina is anywhere from like 3.8 to 4.5, roughly. I don't know if I've ever quite been asked this question, but my thought process is that with the birth controls, they can sometimes dry the vagina or create, I guess, decreased vaginal discharge. Is that how you say it, Dr. Lakeisha?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so I tend to think that anything that we take into our bodies can affect our system.
Absolutely.
So I think that in some senses it can, because sometimes I have women that can be on certain hormones that come in, like especially the estrogen containing products, and they've got more yeast infections. And they've developed more yeast infections, especially when they take like these E strings. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of patients, Dr. Lakeisha, with that. Is it the E string I'm thinking of? The one that stays in for 3 months, the E string.
The E string, what is it's a string?
It's a I'll let Dr. Keisha tell you that, but that's her.
Okay.
I don't use that one a lot, actually.
Okay.
That's a whole nother thing. So
Okay,
I use a different form of bioidentical. So the E string is a newer one that has come out. There's some women, when you get the vaginal dryness, because the estrogen levels have decreased, they want to just use a localized vaginal estrogen. And so what companies do is they try to give you options so that you can use it in according to how your lifestyle is. So a lot of women like to just put something, kind of set it and forget it type of thing. But if you have anything that has a string on it that may have a filament, and if you have an imbalance in your own body's pH, so you have to think about your gastrointestinal flora, your microbiome, because everything's really close down there, ladies. Everything's really close. I think that's another thing we have to remember, is that the little area that we urinate from, the vagina, the clitoris, the anus, all of that is very close. And there's bacteria that lives in all those different sections, and when they go visiting in other neighborhoods, they cause problems.
Okay. Yeah. And also, if I can hop in there, because what Dr. Lakeisha said just brought me to another tip that I think women need to know. And it sounds very simple, but when you're wiping, you need to be wiping front to back. So from that area where she said where you urinate out of, back towards your bottom. If you wipe from the bottom forward, which some women don't think about that, but sometimes they feel like it's easier for them to just go that way. But you can introduce feces into the area where your bladder is, because it goes through the opening to the bladder.
Yeah, that sounds like a bacteria madhouse that we do not.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
But you know what? Even the simplest things, maybe someone does not just have that knowledge, right? They didn't know, right? And it can be common, right? No one's being taught. So now we're here. We have platforms like this. We're able to talk about it, right? We're able to do it. We have the representation. It feels good. It feels natural, right? So thank you. We just need to know, how can we get in touch with you? Like, I already got my phone out, so I can write down what Instagram, Facebook, website, phone number, when are your appointments, and what healthcare do you take? If not, do you do payment plans? Because we need to. Whenever you're ready, Dr. Lakeisha.
I love it. I love it. So I'm on all social media platforms at Dr. Lakeisha MD. That's DrLakeischaMD. You can go to Instagram, and if you click on the link in the bio, there are various different ways you can get in touch with me. If you're a woman that you're not sure what's going on with your hormones, you're not sure if some of the symptoms that you're experiencing may or may not be, go grab your free hormone quiz at hormonequiz.co. That's hormonequiz.co. It is .co. And just take your free quiz and see where things are. And then there's a way that you can then get in touch with me and do a free strategy session from there. So just find me on all social media platforms there. You can get your free hormone quiz, and then you can see if we can get together and if we're fit.
All right. We hope so. We wanted to be Dr. Keisha. Thank you so much. Dr. Shivelta, please give us your information. Yes.
I'm on all social media platforms also. I have a website, which is Dr. Shivelta. It's just drshivelta.com. And then my IG is Meet Dr. Shivelta. And then all the rest of my platforms are Dr. Shivelta, where you can find me. And you guys can always DM me. I am actually doing some revamping and getting ready to put together some things for single women who keep asking me, because I've been so used to a lot of the married ladies for the marriage strategist, but I've been doing
We
some
out here.
things that, yeah, y'all are, listen, and we
here.
want to make sure we helping y'all.
Thank
So
you.
if you guys are interested, then you want to follow me on DM, because I'll be announcing over the next month or so some of those courses that I'll be doing with some of the
Well, I will be
ladies.
signing
Just
up for
raw
that
talk.
newsletter for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be signing up for that. Have my email. You will be seeing this face in both DMs.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Just so many hints, so many things you dropped. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Jessica, let me just say this to you, because I was just looking to you while you were just talking. You're just such a beautiful young lady. You and Erica both, I were looking at you guys, but as you were talking, just so radiant. And I just want to commend you too on what you guys are doing. I'm just so excited, and I'm so glad to be a part.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Shivalta. I appreciate that.
So
You're on the screen, Erica.
I'm on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I muted? Look, I was about to call you. Like, something's wrong. Okay.
No.
Good old technology. On my end, I am not on the screen.
Oh, we lost her.
No, she didn't. It must have been a delay.
Oh, yeah.
I should call her real quick.
No worries.
While you're calling her, I want to make sure that that person who asked that question about that birth control got an answer that she feels was a good answer. So I just want her to know that I do think that it can, because estrogen, whether it's taken vaginally or we, can also change the pH balance to where women get more or can have a risk of more yeast infections. So the answer is that it can, not that it will for every person, but there is the potential risk that it can do that.
Well, I think
it's me and you, Dr.
This is me and you.
Am I on the screen? Okay, there it is.
Yes, you are.
Dr. Lakeisha and I were getting ready to do the luau. We were going to try to.
We're gonna take over for you. We're gonna hold it down for you, Erica.
Back in my hair.
Well, I appreciate you ladies so much. I did want to do a quick giveaway. So one, Can I Push is Dr. Shivelta's book, and it's about birthing your purpose, right? And the parallels between birthing your purpose and an actual birth of a baby. So I do want to give away one of those. So anyone who wants their free copy, just comment on the live stream and say, hey, I want my free copy. And I will send you one. And then Dr. Lakeisha has the other PMS, which is about the perimenopause
and menopause survival guide.
Okay, perfect. So anyone who wants their copy of the book, we are giving copies to our VIP guests, but if anyone else wants a copy, just comment in the comments with your email address, and I'll be in touch to give you your free copy. So thank you, ladies, so much. I really, really appreciate you. Have a wonderful night, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Absolutely. Have a good night. You guys have a wonderful rest of your luau.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, Dr. Lakeisha. Love
Bye,
you guys.
Dr. Shivalta.
Hey.
Hello.
Look, it's okay. You just left it to our imagination. So we were able to kind of use our musical, vibes to kind of take us through that. So it's all good. But I'm definitely excited for this next part of tonight's luau. Finding peace in the midst of chaos. Because, ooh, girl, we definitely got to find that peace. Okay. It's one thing, and I love the vibe that you said, because everybody wants to feel like they're living in a tropical paradise, but it's so hard when you have everything in life coming at you. So I'm so anxious to talk to these young ladies that you've set up, once again, Erica, and just to see what they have to say, what advice they have to give us, and helping us navigate through those things. So I'm ready whenever you are.
Yes, ma'am. And so I thought you would be the perfect moderator for this topic because you are a mother of 3, you work full time, and you have a business. I mean, the fact that you are able to balance all of these things and still stay so kind and helpful, you're always willing to help me. So I just thought you would be the perfect addition. And so I'm going to welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to welcome your first panelist, Miss Kelsey, to the stage, and I will let her introduce herself.
Hi. Can y'all hear me okay?
You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So are you. Okay, wait, okay, here we go. Let me figure this thing out. Okay, so first, Erica, with the tech difficulties, you are doing amazing. The event is going amazing. Everything looks beautiful. We understand, and more than anything, I'm excited to be here. I joined in a little late, but the tail end of the conversation I was like, dang, like, can I get a copy? Like, is this recorded? I need all
that's important. That's a part of the chaos right there. Just trying to balance our physical health. But tell us something about you. Tell us who we're talking to.
Yes. So again, thank you for having me. I'm Kelsey Hargrove. I'm out in the RDU area. I live in Durham. I'm a licensed clinical mental health clinician or a psychotherapist. I'm a yoga instructor, a meditation guide. And I have some background in personal training and group fitness instruction.
Nice.
I'm a business owner. My business is Living for Synergy, and it's all things holistic health and wellness, and just how those things work synergistically together to create a better product, i.e. to do better for ourselves. So all about holistic health and wellness. And again, just excited to get to talk about finding peace in the midst of chaos.
Yes. And what better time than in the middle of, or hopefully at the tail end of, a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us managed it. Some of us are in a disarray. So we need your help and your guidance. So awesome. And we also have Angie S. I believe I met her before. Is she ready to come on stage with us?
Hey there. So we're having a bit of technical difficulties.
It's all good, girl.
Oh, there she is.
With that big, beautiful hair.
Right. Hi, Angie.
Hey, Angie. How are you? Can you hear us?
You're muted.
Yeah. Unmute your mic.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yep. Yes, girl. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Angie.
Welcome.
Hey,
It's so good to have you.
Angie.
I've met you before at one of Erica's events, and you just have such a calming vibe. But everybody out there in the virtual world doesn't know you. So, real quick, tell us about yourself, your business, and then we're going to jump right into this combo.
Okay, so sorry, y'all. I was having technical difficulties. I had to hop on my phone. I couldn't get on my laptop. So
Same.
You are not by yourself, girl. I'm with you. But I'm enjoying this. My name is Angelita. I do go by Angie. I'm a licensed substance abuse counselor, and I also do life coaching as well as treats for different type of events. So that's what I do. I have my hands in a little bit of everything, and full-time wife, full-time Christian. So that's just a little bit about me.
Very nice.
Glad to be here,
I'm glad we got a little bit of balances from each side. Oh yeah, where's my cup? It ain't have nothing.
I know. I love these.
I know the.
I only had water in mine, but after the last conversation, I think it's perfect. Well, I am so grateful to be a part of this conversation and moderating this conversation that we're getting ready to have. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we will start with you, Kelsey. How do you define chaos?
Chaos. So I think, this last year, we have some good examples of what chaos looks like and even feels like. But I want to start off just by saying that I think chaos can look different for for all of us, right? But I did, take a moment to, go to Google University, make sure I got my definitions in order. But by definition, chaos is just complete disorder and confusion and disarray, disorganization. The things that I thought about was being unbalanced and clutter. A lot of times, or at least when I'm speaking to clients, we talk a lot just about what chaos can look like in our lives and on an everyday, like things that we don't necessarily think about. And cluttered spaces to me resemble chaos. And so oftentimes I think of like when our environments are cluttered, when our homes are cluttered, cars cluttered, a lot of times that can translate to our minds being cluttered. So lengthy way to just kind of say that chaos can look a number of different ways. And by definition, it is just disorganization, complete disarray.
Kind of like what's going on in my house right now. My kids are just chaos upstairs. I can hear it. They're moving mountains up there. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, we can't hear it, but yeah.
Okay, so so now that we know what chaos is, Angie, I think she summed that up. So I'm gonna let you take this one. How do you define peace?
So for me, peace, and I think that you did an awesome job explaining it. It went right along with so whenever we have that peace that we found, that's been able to be in total acceptance of yourself, being at peace with what your life is, being in control of your situations, not living a life based off of others, just being comfortable with who you are. And for me, who I am in Christ. So as long as I'm doing my part on my Christian journey, doing what I can do to please the Lord, even sometimes, if it gets rough and you might feel like giving up, but you keep on going because you're able to, because you have that peace about yourself. Nothing can stop you at that point. You've acquired the skills to be able to handle any type of chaos whenever it comes to you. You don't have to worry. And as she said with the confusion part, confusion is of the enemy. So when the enemy is fighting you and bringing this chaos into your life, whether it's with health or relationships, feelings, financials, any type of hardship, you just know, like, it's okay. God got me. I got me. You hopefully have a healthy, supportive support system that they're going to be able to get you to. So when you have that, I feel like you're able to truly live in peace, walk in peace, breathe peace.
Mm-hmm. I think you just summarized a little bit of my next question for you guys. And I'm glad that we have a mix of, like I said, different people. And, for a lot of people, when we talk about chaos and trying to bring peace into the sanctuary, the aura, the vibe, we go back to our spirituality. And one of the questions is, what are practical ways in order to find peace in the midst of the chaos? And I think you pointed that out by just your comment. And I know for me and possibly for you, definitely for you, it's prayer. That's one practical way. Kelsey, do you have any other practical ways to just, like, when things are tumultuous, just to kind of bring it back centered?
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to just comment on what you said. I totally agree about the prayer piece. We know he's our peacekeeper. So like you mentioned, just being able to tap into spirituality and whatever, we all may have differing spiritual beliefs, but finding ways to ground ourselves in something higher than us. But as far as like other practical ways, like I mentioned, I'm a meditation guide. So I do subscribe to just the healing and the power of deep breathing and breath work. And oftentimes I work with clients and just myself on just taking a moment for stillness, right? So when we think about peace, we think about calmness, we think about stillness, we think about getting back to our equilibrium or finding some sort of balance. And again, just the power of deep breathing and how that can bring us back to center, how that can offer us just a moment to think clearly about whatever the chaos is, right? So we can see everything clearly for ourselves and then figure out how to proceed mindfully from there. So I often just like to refer to the fact that, every day that we have a new opportunity, every day that God grants us breath in our bodies again, like using that to our advantage of, I can just take a moment, I can find a sense of peace with the ease and the calmness of just taking an inhale and an exhale. That's kind of like my first, or after prayer, mindfulness, breath work, meditation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's in it's so many different ways. I know, depending on what the chaotic situation is. Some people pray, meditate, some people do yoga, some people they need to take a jog. Some people need to punch a bag. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not punching nobody, because we're trying to work on it. But some people punch a bag. Some people are the types, and I know I've been this way in my past, and I don't know if you ladies can relate to this. Sometimes when I'm in a state of chaos, I need to speak things out loud and have someone talk me down or just listen to me and get it off. So that initial feeling is I can kind of diffuse it. That way now I can be like, okay, yeah, maybe whatever the issue is still there, but now I can kind of go on about whatever it was I was doing because I've kind of vented it off. So you ladies mentioned your ways you find your peace. That's my way. I definitely have to get talked down and talk myself down. All wonderful ways. Have you ever found, Kelsey, where meditation doesn't work, or you, Angie, where you feel like prayer isn't working at the moment? Maybe you're, like certain things you're still just and you have anxiety that can't be calmed down. What do those situations look like for you guys? And how do you fix that?
That's the simple answer. And that's why it's important that you do have, the grounding technique as Kelsey was talking about, so you can do it. Totally transparent moment. And Erica knows this. For me, anxiety is a huge thing. This right here, huge thing for me. And it's crazy, right? Because I'm a life coach and I want to be this big motivational speaker. And I've been told that, oh, you're so great at it. Everybody, falls in love with you. Like, Angie, I appreciate you. With the beginning, you're like, oh, you have a soft, warm vibe. Like, I remember that. And to me, I'm like, man, I probably jacked that up. But that goes back like us having to remind ourselves, like, to be comfortable with ourselves and just having that self reassurance. And yeah, sometimes I do feel overwhelmed to the point where I'm like, oh, this okay, God, show up. 'Cause I'm feeling really, really anxious right now. I'm feeling nervous. I can't do this.
Absolutely.
Back out, show up, God. But I found a lot of times once I really like get out of right here, because it starts all in my head. I'm like, why are you even tripping? You were made for this, like you can do this. And it's just overthinking that happens. But once you are able to really give it all away and just notice that, okay, well, I might not even see them again, and even if I do, it's okay that I messed up. So just being able to give all you can give and not feeling responsible for anything more than that.
Yeah,
definitely. Kelsey, you're a yoga instructor. You do meditation. You have all these. You said everything in your business focuses around synergy. So advice moment. When it comes to look, this is about to be. When it comes to we know how we need to find our peace. Once you got your peace, right? How do you keep that protected? Because there's always an obstacle for those out there who are spiritual and do believe in certain things. The devil is always trying to come at you in different ways, or opposition, whatever you want to call it. There's always going to be something. But how do you keep that? And this is something I really need to know, like how people do it. Like, how do you keep that peace once you found it? How do you protect that?
Yeah, I love this question. And I love how you started it off by saying there will always be something. Right. And so when we think about that, I feel like we have to look at our choices, right? If we know that it's always going to be something, how do we choose to prioritize our peace? How do we choose, like, when we know that the devil might always come or the enemy might always come with some sort of adversity or some sort of opposition, how do we choose that route of maintaining our peace anyway? And so that looks like staying grounded in what we know to be true, staying grounded in our spiritual practices, using prayer, using meditation, but also recognizing that those things are just like steps to kind of get us to a skillful and mindful place so that we can proceed with what our action is going to be. Because we can pray all day.
Right.
What's the word say, right? Like faith without works is dead. So we can pray all day. And it's like, what are we going to do about it next? And so again, I like what you said just about there'll always be something. And so we have a choice in how we prioritize our peace. And I think that comes with a level of just like self-worth, right? Of like, if we know I am worthy and my peace is a priority for me, and yes, you might be offering me this thing and this thing is causing disarray or causing some sort of chaos, and I would love to stay in this relationship, but it's not really serving me, I'm going to make the decision to prioritize my peace. And so that looks like boundary setting.
Right.
But not only setting the boundary, but also being able to maintain that boundary. So I guess a short way or a summarized way would be, in my opinion, is checking and looking for our choices, prioritizing our peace, the action that comes with prioritizing our peace, which is setting boundaries.
Right, whatever you got to do.
Maintaining those boundaries. So again, back to that example, like relationships, I want to be with this person. I have a client right now, and we've been working together for quite some time, and he really wants to be in a committed relationship. And, he's been so willing to put up with things that don't serve him because he wants that relationship. He doesn't want to be alone. And so we talk about, well, what are your choices and how are you prioritizing yourself in this? Is it prioritizing your peace? Is it prioritizing yourself if you continue to stay in something that isn't serving you? Right.
Right.
So yeah, I hope that answered your question.
It does. And, one of the young ladies said, this is a great topic. Tiffany said, yes, maintain those boundaries. And piggybacking off what you just said, and also what everybody's talking about, I think it's important too, when you're talking about peace, like you said, set boundaries, the company you keep. I don't know, the older we get, the wiser we become. You notice that certain habits other people have, you're quick to pick it up. That saying, birds of a feather, is not for nothing. And so not just to say that, they run in the same circles, and, you pick up habits. Watch the company you keep. Certain people keep negativity going, and that can penetrate your peace without them even saying a word. I've run into that a lot lately, where I just have to kind of limit myself with certain people because I'm in a place of groundedness or trying to get there. And it's so funny. And I love that Erica is doing this. She maintains such a level of positive speech. She is very big on affirming things and speaking it. And, Erica she's human just like the rest of us, but she makes sure she walks through life speaking positive on the people in her circle, her associates. And I think it's important that we do that too. Those are things. Go to peaceful situations and get involved with things that are only going to generate that, not things that are going to kind of bring you down. As much as you want to hang out with the girls and girl talk sometimes and hang out at the bar, if you know that it's going to be a night full of depressing topics and just energy, it's like, why do we want to consume some of that? I think as empathic creatures, sometimes we don't think about how much of that we take on by just listening to others. So I think that's another key thing for protecting your peace. With that said, with the topic and this being such an awesome topic and so many ways we can go with this, did the audience have any questions that they wanted to ask our professionals here? While we're waiting on questions, please let everyone know where they can follow you. I know, Angie, you said you're a life coach, and I know you do so many things, Kelsey, to offer services as well. Kelsey, let me start with you. If you'll give your social media handles where they can find you and get in touch with you.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram under Living for Synergy, so LIVINGFOR Synergy, SYNERGY. And my website is livingforsynergy.com as well. I have a podcast I house all of my guided meditations there. I do some curated conversations, so some pretty good topics. We always start with a meditation.
Cool. And Angie, what about you?
For me, probably the best way to contact me would be on Facebook. My page for life coaching is Angelita, ANGALITA, quotation marks, Angie Setzer, SETZER. Then I also have I do motivational through TikTok as well, and it's just at Angelita Setzer. So, and I know, Angie, can I add one thing to what you were saying?
Yeah, please do.
You were talking, about like the circle and company we keep in words, and I don't know if you remember before or not, but from even the time that we spent together, one of my favorite quotes is your words create your world," and I'm such a firm believer in that. Because I have found it in my life and others' lives to be very true. And whenever people are putting stuff out there for you, just be careful what you receive, because everybody putting stuff out there that is meant well for you, or that's in like a positive way, and people will joke with you or call you like demeanoring names. Don't accept that. Don't allow people to call you anything other than what you are, because that's inviting chaos into your life. When different like wild stuff going on that's gonna make that imbalance into your life. So healthy boundaries, that's what it goes back to. And just know that your business isn't everybody's business. Everybody should not have the same access to you. You don't go to your doctor talking about a flat tire, right? Because they can't fix it. And then you don't want to talk to the mechanic about an illness that you have. They don't know how to heal you. So that's what I wanted to put out there.
Good point. Very good point. Y'all are so, I don't want to sound cliche, but y'all are both so zen in your own ways. I'm I'm trying to keep it tame because I'm a lot more lively and energetic. And so I'm just like, is this what it's gonna be like when I finally find 100% peace? Very zen and calm and just, like, I love that vibe.
Well, oh, you were about to say something, Angie?
No,
No. Oh,
it's good. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it too. But I think that also speaks to what both of you guys mentioned about just the vibe that we're setting together, right? And like the company that we're keeping here together. And trust and believe that Zen Mama is not always in. Like I have to work to bring myself back to center oftentimes, but it's been pretty cool to get to practice that skill. And even, when I'm working with people and they're like, Kelsey, I was about to flip the lid. I was about to shake the table. I'm like, I get it. And how do we bring ourselves back, right? And like, Erica, you laughing at me because we get into those. I mean, we're all human, like we get there, but
man,
we prioritize our peace and bring ourselves back.
And it's a daily struggle too. Like every day at work, I gotta talk myself down, but that's neither here nor there. That's for another discussion. So yeah, definitely finding synergy. I love that. All right, we got the lady of the evening, Miss E, Erica. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you, ladies, so much. I knew this would be the perfect synergy, the perfect group of people to discuss this topic. So thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate you all. Everyone who's watching, please follow these wonderful ladies on social media. Check out their website, check out their services. All the ticket purchasers will get an email filled with all of their direct contact information.
All right, everyone. Hello, I am Angelica. I am a serial entrepreneur. I have one of my companies is called Style to Go, and in Style to Go, I am the lead image consultant, and I also help people get together their brands. I also help like people that are on the go dress, put together colors and mix prints and things like that. Actually getting ready to relaunch my boutique Style 7 this summer. So that has been an amazing journey for me because during COVID, it kind of shut me down for a second, but I'll be back. But other than that, I do a lot of things. So if you see my name at the bottom, you see my Instagram handle, you'll find everything about me there. But I'm here to talk to you about fashion. One of the things that I can say about fashion that or style that we should know is that we should know our body types. A lot of times we feel, I can't wear this and I can't wear that. And a lot of times we can if we just know what our body type is. And so body types, you can be an hourglass shape. It's an invert triangle, meaning that it's upside down. And that means that you're top heavy and you're smaller at the bottom. And then if you're a regular triangle, you're smaller at the top and you're more hippie at the bottom. And then if you're a pear, it just means like you're smaller and you go out a little bit rounder. And so with a lot of clothes, you can wear them. It's just finding what your body type is. And how you figure out your body type is you take your measurements. You'll take your chest measurement, your waist measurement, and your hip measurement. And according to those measurements, that will tell you what your body type is. This is something that I teach my clients that come in. This is a workshop that I'll be teaching again this summer to help people understand how to dress their body type and look good at the same time. I'm a person that is a true advocate of bold colors, mixed prints, and wearing white after Labor Day, even though that is a myth that everybody said that we can't do, is that we can't wear white after Labor Day or Memorial Day. But one of them, you still can wear white year round. And so I'm coming to just show you some examples of what is hot this summer. I am a heels girl, so I wear heels all the time. I know people are like, I don't wear heels all the time, but all these looks that I'm showing you can be worn with heels, flats, or tennis shoes. And so these are just some of the concepts according to a lot of the trend magazines. And these are timeless trends as well. But we're seeing them more so going to be popular for the summer. So the first thing is bold colors. I think we should get into learning how to color block. Color block can be pretty amazing when done right. So one of my favorite color blocks is fuchsia and any type of green. And I might add another color in there like yellow. So something like this is a look for me. That hot pink color, and then her pants are green, and her shoes, and that's more of a lighter green, and then her shoes are a Kelly green, and this is a fuchsia pink. Um, yes, she has on a sweater, but it's a knit sweater, so it's breathable. And she has on a cardigan that matches the same. And so bold colors are a thing, like orange and purple. Who would have thought to put orange and purple together, or lavender and marigold? I have on baby blue and orange shirt. I'm also I'm trying to think of some other colors that I do. I do hot pink and leopard sometimes. So it's a lot of color palettes that you can play with for the summer. And so bold colors is one of the options for the summer. Also, monochrome. So if anybody loves Janelle Monáe, like I love Janelle Monáe coined the black and white phases of monochrome colors. And so these are so monochrome looks that you can see. I'm trying to get my so different monochrome looks, whether it's dress, a half and half with your pants. If you do a white shirt, black bottom, monochrome is actually pretty dope for the summer. And you can do black shoes with it, or you can add a pop of color with those shoes in the monochrome. Because again, you're getting the best of both worlds with the monochrome color, and then you adding that pop of color with your shoe, your belt, and your clutch. So monochrome colors are going to be a fashion must as well this year. Now I don't know about who getting their body summertime fine, but if you're getting your body summertime fine, the bralettes, meaning the little what we used to call them a tube top back in the day, but it's now called a bralette, and it got a little bit fancy on us. Okay, the bralette is becoming a very great piece. You will see people wear a bralette with jeans and like a blazer, or a skirt and a carnegie. And so these are different styles of bralettes, different looks and different prints and different colors. You can do a monochrome color, or you can do print colors, and you can mix those prints up. So the bralettes are definitely going to be hot, and you still can be holy for those who are spiritual and wear your bralette, because I'm wearing mine and I'm an evangelist. Okay. um, Also, floor. Oh my God, I am a fan of floor length looks like dramatic, like when I'm walking my dress is moving, or I got these wide leg pants on and they're moving as well. I love dramatic. And so this next look is called take the floor length dresses, like boho chic looks. And so these are some of the boho chic looks that for the summer that's going to be popular. And it could be any type of goddess boho look here. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. And see how all of them are pretty much dragging the floor, and some of them have on flats, and uh, some of them have on heels, but it's just a dramatic flow of movement. And plus they're breathable. So your maxi dresses, different maxi dresses that are floor length, don't be afraid of them, or anything like that. The floor length dresses. Now, This is a floor length dress that's mixed print. I am the mixed print queen. If anybody follows me on Instagram, you will see that I will mix up any print and together and make it look good and probably add a pop of color. And so this is a combination of the dramaticness that I love in a dress and the mixed prints that I love to wear. And don't be afraid to put these things on and make a fashion statement. So people be trying to tell me to come to the cookout casual. They really got to explain that casuals is like jeans, because I would put jeans and something else on with a blazer and like this is casual. And I am at the cookout. I'm the rich auntie vibes. Amen. But yeah, holy bralette. I heard somebody say that. Listen. I'm gonna go there in a minute, but I want to show y'all this. This is a mixed print floor length maxi dress. As you see, it's a whole bunch of prints, and everybody's like, "That's a lot going on." Yes, I like to be the fashion statement. I like to be the center of attention in some places. Let me just upstage you with what I dress. And so mixed prints, if you know how to put them together, they become amazing. Those monochrome colors that I showed you, if you did black and white, if you did a black and white striped dress or a black and white striped skirt or a black and white striped skirt and a polka dot shirt, and you did some floral heels like these, and my shoe rack, one of them is right here by my thing, so that's why I'm just pulling stuff out. If you wanted to do a floor heel like this with that black and white, it definitely goes together. A lot of times, being creative with fashion, and fashion is an expression. It's an expression of your style and just having the confidence to wear them and holding your head high doing that. Because a lot of people are like, how you put stuff together? Um, um, how you put this stuff together? I'd be like, listen, it's a God thing. So when I put my things together, I love to just come up with something with color palettes. And I want to explain some practical things that you can put together as well. But I'm just giving you some things that look good for the summer. Also, besides the bralette, the corsets are returning this summer. Now, you probably seen some people wearing their corsets, but these are different corset looks that you can do. Like right here, they have a corset with a shirt right up under it, right? And then this is just a plain corset. This is a corset with like another like hoodie type look over it. And then you have this with a dress, and then that's just a regular corset as well. So corsets are coming back. So if you start seeing them in stores, baby, grab you one, and you can pretty much wear with anything: a blazer, a Carnegie, a nice pencil skirt, a nice tulle skirt. You can wear some jeans. So it's a lot of things. Another look for the summer is stripes. Now I know a lot of people be like, I don't want to wear stripes. Like, why? What's up with stripes? But stripes, let me tell you the secret about stripes, and this is where it comes in to know your body type. Horizontal stripes tend to make you look thinner. Vertical stripes seem to elongate who you are in your torso. So if you're short, vertical stripes will make you look tall. It'll also make you look thinner as well. Horizontal stripes will make you look thinner. Everybody's like, no, horizontal stripes make you wide, but they make you look thinner. But you also need to know your body type to know if I want to wear a wide stripe or if I want to wear a thin stripe as well. And these are some of the things that I teach when it comes down to how to put those things together and how to mix those prints and how to wear vertical versus horizontal. So if you're a petite lady and you're short, like I'm 5'2", but I have long legs, so when I wear horizontal stripes, it definitely makes me look like I'm 5'8", 9", or something like that when I put on my heels. And my heels don't even my heels. I have tall heels, but some of my heels are not like super tall. But when I wear vertical stripes, it elongates my body and it makes me look tall. When you wear horizontal stripes, it makes you look thinner. It makes you look thinner. Okay, it makes you look because people are focused on the stripe, they're not going to be focused on your body too much. They're focused on the stripe, so they do make you appear to look thinner. Okay, so let me show you some stripes. This is a vertical stripe look. So these are vertical stripes right here. This is a off the shoulder boho dress that is pretty much fitted out flare at the bottom. And then these are vertical stripes. You see how this elongates her torso? It makes her look taller. It makes her look, I think she is 5'5", but these stripes make her look taller. It elongates her body and makes her look taller. And then you got a dramatic, different color floral. Stripes. These are inverted, so they go in stripes. So they're inverted horizontal stripes, but it gives you that dramatic feel. And if you are self-conscious about your body, don't want to wear anything too fitting, then this is something you would want to wear. And again, when you walking down the street, this is giving you movement, right? This is giving you that floor length goddess look, all right? Um, and so those are some of the looks for the summer. Oh, sweatpants. So I don't know about y'all, but you're like, who's gonna wear sweatpants? But like sweatpants, joggers are also going to be a look because you literally take some old joggers that you had and dress it up with a nice top and wear it with some heels or put it on some tennis shoes. And you like, Angelica, what are you talking about? I'm talking about something like this. See those sweatpants? I guarantee you can buy them at Dollar General or Walmart and put some pockets in and get you a little nice top. I'm sorry, my son had my iPad. Oh, okay. Get you a nice top and then still bold color. See that color blocking and then nude color. See, she has that nude color sweatpants, oversized thing. You're like, who's gonna wear sweatpants in the summer? Well, it is a look. And the thing about it, it's a lot of breathable sweatpants. So there are different variations in fabrics when it comes down to sweatpants. You have sweatpants that are breathable and thinner during the summer, but it still gives you that sweatpants look. And then you get, oh yes, honey, get you some joggers from Walmart or sweatpants and then dress it up, oversized shirt, like oversized shirt look with a pocket with some nice you can even put Air Force One and put like a leather jacket on with a nice hat, a nice fedora hat. They'll go you a look. It's a look and a vibe all day with that type of look. I'm a mom of three, and so I don't always like I love heels, but I can't always wear heels sometimes. And so I will definitely get me some sweatpants and get me like a little nice cardigan jacket and like a nice oversized type shirt that has a saying on it or some type of or even if you're a business owner, wear your logo shirt and wear you some nice shoes. Let your shoes be the part that stands out, okay? And put you on a fedora hat. Like I got like 15, 16 fedora hats up there that I wear, and it gives you a look and it gives you a vibe. Even if you want to just wear your leather jacket over your shoulder on just a ladies' night out, the world can open up. You want to go to a bar with your sweatpants, and then you change out them tennis shoes and put you on some heels with them sweatpants, put your leather jacket over your shoulder, put you on a fedora hat, and boom, there you go, ladies' night out with your girls. So you went from being soccer mom to ladies' night out with your girl in some sweatpants, okay? So when it comes down to putting looks together, mixed prints. If you want to do floral colors, do a black and white base. So if you do a black and white polka dots, you can do a white with black stripe mixed print. And again, if you're like, Angelica, this is going over my head. If you go to my page at outtogo.net, you'll see me put together a lot of these looks. I actually will be having my subscriptions come out again with these type of things. But for the summer, bold colors, mixed prints, news are in, corsets, the holy bralettes, okay? You still keep it holy and still be saved. Amen. I don't know who said church clothes was a thing and modesty just meant that you can show no skin. Baby, I can show some skins about how I carry it, okay? And then stripes are also a thing. Oh, one of the other colors that I want to show you are the toffee or let me blow this up. The toffee bags, I call them cognac color bags. Those will literally add to any outfit. So say if you have on bold colors and mixed prints and you want to just tone it down a little bit, you can get you one of those caramel color satchels. They have them at Target, they have them at Walmart. They're very cost efficient. You can even get a boho cross bag and it'll look great with your look.
Thank you, Angelica, so much. You dropped so much knowledge in a short amount of time. I am excited to try out some of the looks that you've suggested. Thank you so much for being so inspirational. I actually found you through Clubhouse. So I'm so thankful to have come across you. I love the holy bralettes.
It's a holy girl song. We still can be hot girls. We just holy. For those that are in Christ.
I like that. Holy girl summer. All right. Well, thank you so much, love. We appreciate you. Tell everybody where to follow you on social media.
You can find me the best way to see all the craziness that I have going on because I'm a best-selling author, a published stylist, a published model is at Angelica ANGELICA AW Williams. That's on Instagram. If you find me on Instagram, you'll see everything that I have going on. All my links are there. But my style page is style2go.net. You'll see some fashion inspiration, more fashion inspiration coming for the summer.
Thank you so much, love. Well, have a wonderful rest of your night. We appreciate you for stopping by.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.
Hi.
Aloha, gorgeous.
Aloha. Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm loving your time. You look so gorgeous.
Yes, we are in Hawaii. You guys can see the mountains and my best friends in the back.
Oh,
and then here is the ocean all in there. Yay.
Oh my goodness. How I'm gonna make you bigger because your view is better than mine right now. I'm gonna
Yes, I'm here in Hawaii.
Okay, I love it. I was trying to make you bigger and make me smaller, but no worries.
This is perfect.
So, how's the weather?
The weather is beautiful. It is 82 degrees out here. The sun is shining. It's a little bit cloudy, so it's just a mix between being beautifully windy with a little bit of overcast, so it's not too hot.
Awesome. So I don't want to take up too much of your vacation, but I had to have you on today to speak to us about, yes. I wanted you to speak to us about living a purpose-filled life. So sis, you've lived like 10 lives already. Seriously, I mean, you are in the military, you have defeated cancer, right? You've survived cancer, you started businesses. Aren't you in school right now too?
Yeah, I'm applying to PA school and hopefully I will get into Duke so I can do general surgery. So shout out to anybody who's at Duke. Tell them Tai Young wants to go there.
Amen. Look, it's done right now. Like you will get in, you will have no obstacles. Amen. And so I just wanted to give you the stage living a purpose-filled life. I'm going to give you the
Yes. Thank you. And first, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to speak. I'm telling you, it is an honor for anything that I get to do, especially living here on this earth and understanding how, I was so close to not having the opportunity to be here anymore. So it's so important for me to be a part of things like this. And for one, to be thankful that I even get to do it. And so that's what I call living in my purpose, living a purposeful life every single day. There is not a single thing that I'm not going to do. I don't care how big, how far I have to swim, how large that mountain's going to be. I am definitely going to do it. And people think you can't be this many things at this time. Why not? The only way I'll know is if I try, and if I fail, then I'll get an opportunity to do it again. That's the only way to keep going. And if you guys haven't seen my story, I am Taya Young, or Time Carolina. I do a blog. I'm also in the military. I just served. I actually just celebrated my 10-year anniversary in the military. I still cannot believe it. 2011, I commissioned from North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University and graduated from UNC Greensboro. And it has been a beautiful journey. Spent 4 years in Germany. I've been a commander. I've deployed. And I cannot believe today that those opportunities afforded me to be in a beautiful place like this. And so it's truly a blessing to be able to do all of this. Let me get this hair. There we go. There we go. So with that being said, living in my purpose every single day, I know that when I wake up, that's one less day I had the day before. It's one less day. And so me knowing that, I always want to say, okay, I have to be thankful that I get to be alive. And I need to be thankful for what I get to do. And so I wake up with a new mission. I try to think, okay, whatever happened yesterday, if it was bad, if it hurt my feelings, then I got a chance to start over. I get a chance to apologize if I did it to someone else. I get a chance to take ownership of who I am, what I do, and how I'm going to do it. So that's how I always live a purpose-filled life. I do everything intentionally. Even when I get into relationships with people, meeting new friends, it has to be intentional. I can't just go out there aimlessly saying, I'm going to party this night, or I'm going to be a part of this organization if I can't do it 100%. I may not be able to do everything perfectly, but I know I gave it my best chance that I had, and I put my best foot forward. And being in the military definitely taught me that. I have been in ROTC since I was 13 years old, so I've always worn a uniform. But it taught me that not just about being persevering, not just being resilient, but it taught me that it's okay to know that you are not going to be the best at everything, but it is not okay to not try as hard as you can. And that is the best attribution that I could have ever learned from the people around me. And it's not been easy. I have lost several soldiers. And to talk about loss today, I just was notified that, a beautiful Miss Veteran America for 2018. I'm your Miss Veteran America 2016 first runner-up. Her husband passed away of cancer today, and it's so surreal. You feel like when you know somebody that has cancer, like I did myself, you're so close to mortality. You're so close to not having an opportunity. And to see somebody that you know that's your age to struggle with it and then to lose their life, it feels like you have one last chance. It almost feels like you're not immortal. And I just want to say, I much appreciation to the family, to the Pabon family. It was beautiful to see his life. He was a force to be reckoned with. So I wanted to make sure I gave my thanks and talk a little bit about that and segue into me having cancer. It was in 2017. I was going back and forth to doctors. No one knew what I had. Everybody kept dismissing me. And as a Black woman, that was something that really bothered me. Everybody kind of just discounted my pain. Everybody just kind of said, oh, come back in a few months if the symptoms are still persisting. And little did I know that I had stage 1BI cervical cancer, something that had been missed on tests for years, something that is completely avoidable. And so having that, I struggled with, okay, will I ever be able to have children? If I can't have children, will I still be, as womanly? Will I still be as important? Will I still be as valuable to the man or whomever I want to marry? And so that's something I definitely struggled with that. But having purpose in that, I said, there's still another way. Even if I can't have my own children, there's still another way for it to be done. There are plenty of children around this world that would love to have moms and dads, and I know I'd be capable. And so that's how I kind of had to train my mind to say that I might not be able to do everything as perfectly as I'd like to, but I still have an opportunity the next day to be as good as I can. And so that's how I definitely live a purpose-filled life every single day. And I don't want to come out saying like, oh, this is just a motivation speech and I'm just some warrior every single day. I fail aimlessly every single day. I hurt people's feelings some days. The other day, I literally walked into a clear window when I got to my hotel because I was not paying attention. And there's just things that happen every single day. But that doesn't mean that I have to quit. And that doesn't give me a reason to stop. And so I wanted to talk about branching into businesses and how all of that kind of prepared me to be my brightest and best self. I am 100% every single day. I am live after 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm the person at work, like, you guys are gonna have a great day at urgent care. Let's move it. Great team. And it's because when I look at the business that I do, I give that same type of attitude to my customers and my clients. And yes, I'm so happy to be here too. I give them that same energy because when they get excited about their business, that makes me more excited to get the products that they need done, and it makes them more successful. And what I do is digital media platforms is what I build web interfaces. I code behind the scenes. I actually create some of the processes for small businesses, and it kind of gives them that reassurance that somebody else is watching their back too. And in a world of where things are just, the ambiguity is so big. You never know if it's left, right, if it's forward or backward. But when you have somebody behind your back like myself that's saying, all right, did you update this on your website? Do you have a better contact form? I like to give them that big energy, that big wave energy. And that's how I kind of run my businesses. And how did I come about to do these businesses? I'll tell you, I literally just make solutions to problems. I found a niche for doing stuff for people that they didn't want to do or they didn't have time to do. And you'll never be broke if you can find a solution to people's problems, especially in the business industry. And as being a digital content creator, I create the schedules for my clients. Post this on Monday, do this on Wednesday. Make sure that you are hot girl summer, or what my girl said, she said a holy girl summer. I make sure that they're catching up on all the latest trends and follow people like that. Like that type of information is what my business ethics tells my clients and my customers to do. And to kind of segue into how to cancer and being in the military also shaped me being better at business is that there's only one way up. There's only one way up. I can't be at the bottom anymore. I know what it's like when my doctors come in and they tell me that you might not make it. You have a 50% chance of living. If you do chemo, this is what happens next. And I have to wear those scars proudly. but I also get an opportunity every single day to take another chance, to take another risk, to surf another wave. And like, even I'm sometimes I'm just as insecure as anybody else, but I know I have a purpose, whether it's to fail so somebody else to succeed, or maybe it's just to succeed overall and make somebody happy. Whatever it is, I'm going to be happy with that opportunity. And I have to wear that proudly. Like, even in my bathing suit, as you can see, I still have my hole from where my, and I'll start over, where my port was when they did all of my surgeries. And sometimes I just have to wear that proudly. And it's definitely something that I was subconscious about when I first started going out, because I felt like everybody could see something I failed at. Everybody could see a scar. People would know that I wasn't perfect. And how I kind of changed that around was that I told myself, that's somebody who learns my story. Either they're going to learn from it, or they're going to make me better from it too. Maybe they can share a story with me that can give me that better understanding that I'm okay to be a human being, and it's okay not to be perfect. Because like I said, as motivating as I like to be every single day, that doesn't mean I don't struggle. And all of that kind of shapes how I do things and how I wake up every day and how I can live in that purpose. And it makes me so excited because, and it almost makes me emotional, because I know what it's like when somebody tells me that you can't. I don't ever want to be in a position where I don't do something because I force myself to fail or not be able to do it. And I can still remember my doctor saying, if you don't, if this surgery isn't successful in this aspect, this is the next part of your life, or this is how long you'll have. And to hear those words and to hear that echoed, it felt like I was underwater almost. It felt like my hands were cupped over my ears and everything stopped for a moment. And that motivated me to continue everything else. So like she said, I have 10 hats. I'm in the military. I still got to go to drill Saturdays and Sundays. I turn around and I work in urgent care because I'm applying to PA school. And I do 12 plus hour shifts 3 to 4 times a week. And then I turn around and build websites. Even here, I'm going to finish a website for my client. And I wear all of those hats because it's an opportunity. Sometimes, like my girl said, wear a fedora, put on my ball cap. I can put on my sweatpants, and the next day I'm gonna put on a blazer. Then the next day I'm gonna put on my leather jacket, and I get to be everything I ever imagined. And so that's just how I live my life. And people say it's too much all the time. People say, I don't know how you do it. I don't know either. Okay, I don't know either. But what I do know is that I can never really fail if I try. And I can never really fail if I knew I put my best foot and I put all of my intentionality into what I'm trying to do and love it holistically, be genuine about it. And, that really makes me happy. And so doing things like this, I would have never dreamed when I was in 2003 that I would even have the opportunity to be a keynote speaker at an event, or even to be in Hawaii, or to have served in Germany. I would never have dreamed that I would even have opportunities like this. So for me, coming from there to here, to be able to survive now, to now create a digital platform with over 5 million views across the world, and we have over 250 million viewers on Roku and Amazon, are things I couldn't imagine. But I will tell you this, I could not have done them if I would have not barely survived before, if I hadn't been in the military. That's what made me able to do these things. That's how I survive and I live a purpose-filled life. That is the only way, because those stories are what dictate how good I am at living. Literally, living is an art form for me today because it was so close to being over. And I just want people to know that even though that's a part of my story, even though it's something I still struggle with, it's a big reason why I get to stand here today. And that 2003 girl in high school, to that 2007 freshman, to that 2011 graduate, to that newly hopefully promoted major in the Army soon, all of that had to happen for me to be here, to be standing in Honolulu speaking at a beautiful girls' night out. And that's how I live a purposeful life every single day. And I truly thank you guys for allowing me to be here. I mean, I truly couldn't have imagined this. And if you have any questions, you can always find me on Instagram. I wanted to make sure I stuck to the time. That's Ty M Carolina _ on Instagram. Facebook, it's also Ty M Carolina. That's TY _M Carolina.
Yes, thank you so much. Like, I am just so inspired. I'm so in awe of everything that you have done. And I follow you on social media, so I know that you are on this journey of waiting for your husband to find you, just like I am.
Find me a husband, y'all. I'm tired of paying bills. It's expensive, damn it. Okay? I'm sick of this. Every month, water. Every month, mortgage. I'm sick of it.
Listen, he is going to find you. Your light is shining so bright right now. Like it's shining bright. And the man who can handle it, because that's key. Not all men can handle a strong, inspirational woman.
You are exactly right. They tell me all the time.
Who can handle it, the one who can handle it is going to see that light and be like, oh yeah, that's her. That's her. That's my beautiful wife. I'm speaking it into your life. It is coming.
Yes.
All of that.
Bring it, Lord. I am ready. Okay. If you are here in this place, if you are around, please speak.
Look,
say it right now. Be a bill payer.
Our sister said, y'all husbands are coming. Amen.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Did you, I guess, have any last little piece of advice for someone who is struggling to live life on purpose? What advice would you give them?
The advice that I would give them is that it's not over until you say it's over. It's not over. It can't be over. Only you can tell you it's over. The last person that's going to have to say so is God anyway. So you might as well go and try to walk in his light and walk in his mission. You might as well do it. And it's okay if you stumble, because the last person that's ever going to judge you is him. And that your closest circle, your friends, your family, the people that love you are not going to judge you. So the best that you can do is be the best you and love it. Don't worry about love handles. Don't worry about how your hair. Sometimes my edges fall out. It's okay. I don't care. It's all right. That's what lace fronts are for. Okay? I love it. Live purposefully, live with intent, and know that you are loved and cared for. And if nobody told you today, I love you, I care about you, and thank you so much. I'm Ty in Carolina, Ty in Carolina Weekly.
Yes, I love you, sis. I'm so thankful that you joined us today. Please enjoy your vacation. Post lots of beautiful pictures.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for my best friend for being in back working the audio. Thanks,
friend. Thanks, friend. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I love you. And thank you so much. Truly, thank you.
Thank you, love. Enjoy the rest of your day, because it's daytime
yes.
over there.
Oh, yes. All right.
Bye-bye. Now that we have reached the end of Ladies Night Out, what are your thoughts?
I'll go first. I loved it. Like Bree had said earlier, it was informative. I took a bit in piece from each conversation. I love the health and wellness portion about women and our vaginal health. Every woman has those insecurities at some point in their life. And the not knowing, and older generations, those are things that we talked about with our kids, like, what I'm saying? So they don't necessarily teach us the way that we needed to. So that was good to have that information. Of course, a conversation about peace, and then Ty, she was amazing just now. Like, her energy is everything. And I'm so jealous right now. Not envious, but jealous. Like, I love it. So we all have something to work towards. And she gave us real Hawaiian vibes, okay?
Right.
Yes, she did. Miss Tiffany.
I loved it. It was, first of all, I'm like so grateful. I won this opportunity on Instagram. So I was like, whoa, I didn't know what I was getting into. And I'm so happy that I won and I got into it. It was so, I love an environment where women can encourage women and just be positive and just be able to applaud people for where they are, and just be able to continue to just encourage each other. I just love everything about it. I love how even on the different times that we were talking, you had similar people and no one was competing, like the doctors. There's two that same, and then the Zen people, oh, they were great. But it was just no one was competing. Everyone was encouraging. Everyone was confident in what they do and what they know well. And that was just so great to me. I just applaud everyone who had their hand in this, everyone who's done a great job. This was excellent, 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 excellent work. And I look forward to seeing more and more and more.
Yay. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate y'all. I cannot wait until the day that we can have Ladies Night Out in person again. I'm not out here yet, guys. I'm sorry, or ladies. I'm not out here yet. I know some people are doing events, but I'm not quite ready. So our next event will be virtual, but hopefully after that, Ladies Night Out can return to in person. So thank you all so much. I'm going to send you back to the audience. Well, thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. To invite you all to join me in the beautiful city of Charleston, South Carolina this fall, September 10th through the 12th. The link to join and pay your deposit is on bodiesinmotionwellness.com. You will be required to get a COVID test, but once you get tested and you are negative, I would love to have you in Charleston with us. We will do some inner work, some healing, and we'll have fun too. Charleston is a really, really nice city, a lot of history, a lot of culture, and so we will explore. So if you are interested, please visit bodiesinmotionwellness.com. Also, I am now a self-love coach. If anyone is battling, thank you. If anyone is battling with loving yourself, and loving yourself looks different for different people. Loving yourself means setting boundaries, not speaking negatively to yourself. If anyone is battling with that, please visit bodiesinmotionwellness.com and book a discovery call with me, and let's see if I am a good fit for you to help with your self-love journey. So those are all the church announcements for this evening.
Aloha! I hope that you are enjoying yourselves tonight. I am Tiffany Tyson, the author of A New You Forgiveness Journal. A New You is full of entries of voices who are exploring forgiveness. It is divided into 7 sections: mom, dad, friend, church, partner, self, disease, and disease. Yes, it is full of entries, but there is space for yours. So if you are in the process of forgiveness or know someone who is, go to my website at www.missanewyou.com.
Hello, I am Lily Mae, creator of the Glambitious brand.
And I'm Erica Lawrence, founder of Bodies in Motion Wellness. And we have created a dynamic 40-day experience for the woman of faith who is ready to reach the next level that God has for her.
Yes, indeed. This 6-week program includes scripture-based guidance, group accountability, morning motivational call, and just a unique community of sisters in Christ so that we can elevate ourselves to the level that God has called us to in our personal life, our professional life, and of course, spiritually.
We are so excited to join with an intimate group of dynamic women of faith so that we can hold each other accountable and develop the strategy that we need to reach the next level. So if this sounds like you, visit 40daybloom.com to find out more about the program.